Well, it's now been more than 3 years since Russia launched its ground invasion of neighbouring Ukraine. And now, officials from both countries are meeting in Istanbul for what is only the second round of direct talks with the aim of ending the conflict, which has caused immense destruction. The Turkish Foreign Minister says he believes that these negotiations will bring concrete results.
We are continuing to discuss the ceasefire and peace perspectives of both parties. We will also be talking about taking one more step pertaining to the exchanges of prisoners of war. We are also hoping to discuss the preparations for the leaders' meeting. Conducting frequent meetings is beneficial for both sides, and by putting forward the positions, we will be limiting the disagreements and pave the path for peace.
Well, let's bring in Oleksiy Goncharenko. He's a Ukrainian Member of Parliament. He joins us now from Ukraine. Oleksiy, these attacks that we're talking about took place just before this round of talks. What message is Kyiv trying to send here? I mean, this might put Russia on the back foot, but is also rather humiliating for Putin. So that presumably would change the dynamics too in Istanbul.
First of all, I really am not very optimistic about what's going on in Istanbul. Russia clearly shows that they don't want to end the war, because Ukraine proposed 30-day ceasefire in March, and American proposition was the same, and European, and only one country refuses. And if Russia would agree in March to stop hostilities, there would not be this attack which had happened yesterday. Yesterday's attack was absolutely brilliant and will be in the textbooks of military history and warfare, something absolutely unique and unprecedented in world history. And just imagine a Russian, at least 12 aircrafts are completely destroyed, and each of them cost hundreds of millions of dollars. And what is even more important, all these planes were built during the Soviet Union times and only modernized by Russia. No one such aircraft was built by Russia after collapse of Soviet Union. So it's something, this damage is unrepairable for Russia. So maybe that will help to make clear to Russia they will not achieve the goals. It's better to stop hostilities right now. But I'm quite pessimistic. I think Russia still wants to continue the war. And the only thing which can stop them right now is very harsh sanctions from the United States.
Well, Dmitry talked us through some of the main parts of the Ukrainian roadmap as it stands. Does that sound accurate to you? And as you're a member of the opposition in Ukraine, is there much consensus within Ukraine over what an acceptable deal would look like?
What I heard is acceptable. We need to stop the war. We want to end the hostilities, and we want to stop it as soon as possible. We will never recognize the occupied Ukrainian territories to be Russian, and any other country in the world which is interested in international law should also follow the same line, because in other case, that will be the beginning of a big chaos in the world, when different neighbors will try to change the borders by force, which can have absolutely catastrophic consequences. So these are the two most important things. And one more I would add is Ukrainian sovereignty, meaning that Ukraine makes its own choices about what army to have, what alliances to join, and security guarantees. Because for Russia, if they will agree even for a ceasefire, they will look at this like a ceasefire, because they really still want to take the whole Ukraine, or at least big part of. So if there will be no serious security guarantees, it is a very high probability that even if the hostilities will end now, they can restart in some nearest future. So security guarantees are an essential part.
Well, let's talk more about those security guarantees. Do you feel like the international community, and particularly the United States, is providing adequate support right now, and more crucially, these robust guarantees that Kyiv says it needs for implementation? What would those practically look like?
There are different options. The best option for me is the Ukrainian membership in NATO, maybe by controlled territories, but it looks like it's out of the table for the moment. If not, it can be boots on the ground, maybe from European partners, but with some, for example, American umbrella, speaking about air defense, air surveillance, and so on. Also, it's very important to continue weaponry supply to Ukraine and financing of Ukrainian army, because the best guarantee is 1 million battle-hardened people, men and women, who are fighting Russia, and this makes Ukrainian army. I think there are three the strongest armies in the world today. It's Ukrainian because of this warfare experience, and Russian because of on the same reasons, and United States because of the budget and the technologies and so on. That's it. So this can be kind of a package of guarantees, which can also deter Russia from a new invasion, new attack.
Well, we'll see how those talks in Istanbul go over the coming hours and days. Oleksiy Goncharenko there, a Ukrainian Member of Parliament, thank you so much for joining us on the Al Jazeera News Hour.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.